All right, here it goes. I'm going to answer some questions about Molly and I's relationship. So, the first question is, where was your first kiss with Molly? So, that would be in her apartment in Portland. Who kissed first? I believe we were watching an episode of Parks and Rec, and I think that I leaned in during a romantic part and made the first move. Where is the oddest place you have ever shared a kiss with Molly? This one was pretty hard to think of. We've had a lot of airport kisses, traveling when I was going out to visit to Portland. But the oddest place I think was we randomly stopped by the American Gothic House on our way home from visiting Abby, and we recreated the Grant Wood painting and then kissed. What was Molly wearing on your first date? So we didn't really have a conventional first date, but I think you could probably count when I went out to visit her in Portland for the first time. And she picked me up from the airport, and she was wearing her cute red rain jacket, and her hair was wet. I'm not sure if she was running late and had just showered or if it was from the Portland rain, but she looked really cute, and she had made me a sign that said, "Tyler, welcome to Portland," and I still have that sign. What was the first meal Molly cooked for you? She cooked really good huevos rancheros when I first visited her out in Portland. They were so good. What habit do you have that irritates Molly? She definitely doesn't like it when I don't wash my water bottle. And then also sometimes I can add comments on how to do something, and I think that kind of irks her. How many houses did you live in when you were growing up? Just one. My parents moved when we were in college, so I don't know if you count that as two. What is your favorite restaurant? Alba. Um, Out of you and Molly, who does more of the household chores? I would say that's definitely me. No, seriously though, we actually split it pretty evenly, but I would still give the slight edge to me. When it comes to money, which one of you is the spender and which one is the saver? I would say I'm the saver and Molly is the spender, but she also spends on the right stuff. Who will pass out first on the wedding night? I think we both will at the same time. How many kids do you want to have? 2 or 3? If you could have access to one store, what would it be? For this one, I would say REI or Nike. What is Molly's pet name for you? I would say Ty or Babe. What is your most prized possession or the item you'd most likely save in a fire, besides Molly, of course? I think some of our photos from some of our trips and also maybe my record collection. What is your go-to karaoke song? This one is Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba. It's a duet I do with a friend, and I sing the high part. What would you say is Molly's best feature? There's so much to love about Molly. I think the one that comes to the top of mind first is just how kind she is. I think you see that in her job, how she helps people every single day, and then also with her relationships. She has so many close relationships, and she's so very kind and caring, and she inspires me to be a better person. She's also so full of life and gives everything 100%. She's super generous, and she also supports me in whatever I do. The next question is, what is your favorite food? My favorite food is probably ice cream and pizza. What was your first pet? We had a dog named Blair, and I also had a guinea pig. What part of the wedding am I most looking forward to? I think when I first get to see Molly is what I'm most looking forward to, and then also just watching her walk down the aisle. If Molly could choose one item of yours to get rid of, what would it be? So she has this thing against one of my striped sweaters, which I really liked, and I sometimes will wear it to work, but I definitely cannot wear it out with her. Out of the two of you, who is the worst driver? I would say that's Molly. I'm always trying to tell her to slow down when we go out of the parking garage, and she also recently got a ticket. What is your favorite band or singer? Childish Gambino is my favorite artist, and also I really like the Alabama Shakes. Which living celebrity do you admire most? So Molly is definitely not going to get this one, but I'd probably have to say Sage Rosenfels, who's a former NFL quarterback and also played for Iowa State. He's really engaged politically. He gives back to his community. He's also a good dad. What is your favorite TV show? My favorite TV show is definitely The Office. I do love watching TV, and I love watching with Molly, but I feel like we're always in some state of rewatching The Office. What is the best vacation you have ever taken together? This one's a really tough one because we've taken a lot of great vacations together, and I love traveling with Molly. We have a lot of the same interests, and we always want to do a lot of the same things, so it makes it really easy. I'd probably have to say my favorite was when we went to Hawaii right after we got engaged and just celebrating that. When you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up? I really wanted to be a basketball player when I grew up. I really wanted to play for Iowa State. And then one time Abby beat me in a game of pig, and I got really upset. And then I kind of realized that that's maybe not the right path for me. What did 10-year-old Molly want to be when she grew up? I am not sure on this one. I'm going to guess maybe a dancer, but I also know her mom wouldn't let her take some of the dance classes. What is your most embarrassing moment? So Molly was actually here with me for this one, and I think she probably got the biggest kick out of it, but I was with the award program for Mentor Iowa, which is like Big Brother, Big Sister, the volunteer program I'm with. And they were giving out awards, and they announced an award for Tyler. And I didn't wait to hear whose last name it was. I just heard Tyler and thought the award was for me. So I started walking up and trying to accept the award, but it turns out it was for a different Tyler who was then up there at the same time as me. What is your favorite book? My favorite book is probably Harry Potter. Molly and I both have that in common. When was the first moment you realized that you were in love with Molly? So this might seem a little bit cheesy, but I think it's actually the first time that we met. I knew I had never felt that way about anyone else before. She just had the most infectious smile and amazing personality. We talked for hours, and it felt like minutes. I knew she was so special and that I wanted her to be in my life. And then I was too nervous to ask for her number, but luckily Elizabeth was there to help me out a little bit and facilitated an exchange. And then I was crazy enough to go out to Portland to visit her.